Joining us now, Alabama Congressman. He's Mo Brooks. It's good to see you, Congressman Brooks. Okay, you say you got DHS data that shows the cost of the Biden administration's flights of, I think it's like 45,000 illegal aliens flown into the U.S. interior. What did you find out?
Well, it's now more than 100,000 that are being transported in one shape, form, or fashion. And the total cost, not just the flights, but also the detention or the places where they live, the health care, exceeds over $2 billion. There's no end to how much damage the Biden administration seeks to do, and no end to how much money they're willing to spend, our money, in order to pack America with millions of illegal aliens.
So the $2 billion covers also includes the federal contractors that are hired, the health care and the detention centers and more. Is that what it includes?
Yes, ma'am. I think that's the total cost. But when you're asking the Biden administration for information, you always have to take what you get with a grain of salt. There's no guarantee that they're fully reporting all of the costs of everything. But this shouldn't be new to America. There have been plenty of studies over the years that indicate that the net cost to American taxpayers each year, net cost at the city, county, state, and federal level exceeds over $120 billion. That's a lot of money that could have been used for Americans, but instead is being used to the benefit of illegal aliens.
Where does this $120 billion number come from? What source?
Federation of Americans for Immigration Reform. The acronym is FAIR, F-A-I-R. People can look it up.
Yeah, okay. Okay. You know, illegal border crossings from 150 other countries. That's what the New York Times also is reporting, not including Mexico or Central America. Congressman, it looked like it really started to move higher, you know, the moment Joe Biden sat in the office for the first time after he was inaugurated. Now, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is saying to the White House, we're not going to take these flights coming into Florida. You're facilitating criminal human trafficking at the taxpayers' expense. The criminal human cartels are making money off of this.
All of that is true, and the motivation is crystal clear. The Socialist Democrats covet political power, and they perceive that the way to get it is to import millions upon millions of illegal aliens. Biden administration, over 2 million in the past year alone. And if you recall, Joe Biden's promised in the nationally televised debates, presidential debates in October of 2020, he's going to give amnesty and citizenship to all of them. Now, that's the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and that has encouraged it to get worse.
Again, we're a humanitarian country. We're pro-immigration, right? We just want people to come here safely and do it the right way and the fair way, the legal way. But now we've got Rhonda Exum. She's a mother of a daughter, a 19-year-old, who was killed by a drunk driver who was an illegal alien. Let's watch her and her niece talk about what happened. They feel that the White House has been ignoring this story. They, by the way, the mother voted for President Biden. Watch this.
Him not being deported, it's like you telling me my daughter's life didn't mean anything. I thought he was going to, you know, talk for the American people, basically, and not for himself.
You know, we've been covering this for 6 years. We've been reporting on angel families who lost their loved ones to illegal alien crime. It's a story the media will not touch. Why?
Well, the Socialist Democrats, again, covet political power more than they are willing to protect American lives. And the example that you just gave happens roughly 2,000 times per year. That's roughly how many Americans die each year, according to federal government crime data, on American soil, killed because of the conduct of illegal aliens. Each year, 2,000 would be alive, but for what the Biden administration is doing in protecting illegal aliens on American soil. But it gets worse if you take into account the overdoses based on deadly narcotics that are shipped across our poor southern border. That's another 30,000+ dead Americans each year because the Biden administration does not protect our southern border, does not abide by the United States Constitution provision that requires him to do so.
We have a former Kansas resident now charged as an ISIS terrorist. She claims she knew how to get into the U.S. from Mexico and told ISIS commander al-Baghdadi to do it in order to bomb an unnamed college campus. with a backpack full of explosives. She's just been charged by the FBI. So there's that going on, right? And then also you need a vaccine card to eat at a restaurant, right? But the White House lets illegal aliens use arrest warrants to board flights at U.S. airports. Democrats say no to voter ID used in more than 35 states. Somehow no voter ID helps election integrity, right? So when the media reports on this, when the voters see this, they have, you know, many are saying, they're sitting up and saying, what is going on? Your final word, Congressman.
The Socialist Democrats want to impose dictatorial power over the American people. They believe they know more about how we take care of our lives than we do. And you better wake up. 2022, 2024 elections.